Bitches ain't shit and they ain't saying nothing. 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 Man.
Bitches and niggas and bitches. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. Alright? Eloquently petty, articulate ass holery. My name is Marcus Ray from the Keep It 100 channel. Happy Sunday. Shit. We ain't gonna be here all night. Just had a fucking 6-hour stream on Wednesday. There ain't gonna be no 6 hours tonight. But you know, those, you gotta expect that. I expected that stream to go long. Anytime I open the panel up, that shit gonna go for long. Alright? Not gonna do open panel today. I may or may not bring someone on here. I may or may not. But I want this to go no longer than an hour and a half, 2 hours. I plan to start much earlier than this. But a motherfucker was in the desert. Was in the desert again. You know? Been in the desert 3 days straight. Wanted to get the fuck out of there. What's up, y'all? Let me shout some people out. Suspects busy. What a name. Adric, what's going on? J. Jermaine, this shit is your fault. The ruthless, heartless revelator. Ledger Time Processor, what's up, man? Brooklyn Queens 125, she says, peace to the chat, Brooklyn Queen. Peace to the host, mods and chat. Peace to you. CG, what's going on? Indigo Flow, you already know what it is. Leon, what's popping, man? All right, Emo is Emo. What's going on, man? Ron Matthews. Let's see who else in there. D, what's going on? What's going on, D? Chaos, what's up? Toya. Hi, Toya. Toya the Texan. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? King Kazin. Oh, shit. Okay. I see you. I see you, man. King Kazin. What's happening? Interesting week, man. Interesting week, man. As usual, you know, when you do an SBE stream, Streets is on fire. I want to shout out a few people. I've already shouted them out, but I'm going to shout them out again. First and foremost, I'm going to shout out Ty City. And we're going to talk about Ty City for a second, because Ty City's a fucking comedian. I swear to God, he's a fucking comedian. But shout out to Ty City. All right. I've heard people ask me or reference, I can't wait for SBE 3. There probably won't be one. Okay. After listening to the Ty City stream, Ty City says, hey, man, I'm off that. Ty City said, I'm off that. So if the guy who coined the phrase is off that, I'm not dragging it. It's not that important to me. So if he's off it, I'm off it, and that's it. That's it. If he's off it, I'm off it. At least using the term, right? But we will talk about it. But shout out to him, shout out to Baller X, everybody that I guess responded to the video. Shout out to BGS More. What's going on, Bray J? What's up, man? All right. Yeah, man. Shout out to you, Leon. So there's a few things I want to talk about regarding that stream, right? Says it's gonna be nice. We just lost over 50 content creators. I don't know what that's about. That's what Emo was saying. Emo was saying we lost 50 content creators. I don't know what that's about. Somebody need to put me onto that. Right? Yeah. Shaka, what's going on, man? What's his name? Ty City told me to stop being hard-headed. But listen, though, I disagree with him. And I mean BGS. I disagree with BGS. So Ty City says stop being hard-headed. I just look, I'm not hard-headed about what BGS wants to do. But I disagree that what he says, all right? I disagree that what he says is the case. All right? I see you, Revelator, man. I don't want to say that, man. I don't want to say that. Look, I don't want no trouble. So let me start off by saying this. The reason for me doing an SBE2 was not, I don't give a fuck about views. Okay? This stream is called The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. The subtle art of not giving a fuck. Okay? I don't give a fuck about views and, that wasn't, content strategy. No. It has been said to me multiple times that in the first stream, a lot of questions were bobbed and weaved and unanswered. Right? So I did the second stream so to give everyone an opportunity to ask the questions that weren't answered in the first one. All right. Tito, what's going on, bro? Tito, I might have you jump up here at some point, man, if you're available, man. Right? But I did the second SBE stream. Not to revive no bullshit. Not for content strategy, because I don't care. But, it was told to me multiple times, hey, you let such and such question get interrupted, and then that person got to wiggle out of answering the question. And that bothered me. I'm not gonna lie. So the guy who doesn't give a fuck gave a fuck about that, right? Like, Marcus, I thought you don't give a fuck. Well, I gave a fuck about that. So I wanted to give, and I put the shit on the community tab and I tagged everybody. You know what I'm saying? I tagged everybody. I tagged Ramil, I tagged Ty City, I tagged Dan1, I tagged Super Sly, I tagged everybody. All right. No, sorry, Jay Jabaz. I'm a patient man. And we'll get into that. BGS is a patient man. Okay. So shout out to Community Hyena. Pray for the queer folk in Gaza, double persecuted. Okay. Shout out to your super chat. I appreciate you. And pray for the queer folk in Gaza. Shout out to, I think, Jermaine for the Cash App. So I want to skip over your Cash App. So Jay Shabazz says BGS is a patient man. Now I'm a patient man because I ask questions, they don't get answered. Then I don't get to speak. Yeah. Hey, look, I'm a sport man. Look, if there's some queer folk in Gaza that needs praying for, I'm sure the prayers will pray for them. The prayers will pray for them. Yeah, man. He said, Bray J says, that was me. I admit to saying that he wiggled out of that question. That was the point in me doing part two. The point in me doing part two, number one, was for everybody who waves the SBE flag to be a part of the stream that they didn't take part in the first time. They saw it after the fact. That's cool. I put the link out. The link was for everybody. Anybody could have hit that link. Anybody could have hit that link. I wouldn't care who it was. Right? Anybody could have hit that link. D said heterosexual space over here. Yeah. So anybody could have hit that link. I wouldn't care who hit it. You would have been able to hit the link. You would have been able to jump up and say whatever you wanted to say. Whoever you wanted to say it to. That was the purpose of me doing that. Okay? Because it kept getting told to me that like I let it happen. Like I staged it. Like I told Shorty to ask that question right then and there and interrupt homie from answering his question. Nah. So Wannabe Mystic says, Marcus, why are there some brothers that are so obsessed with the Israel versus Palestine war? Both sides don't care anything about average niggas. This is true. And this is why you never heard me talk about it. But anyway, back to our regularly scheduled program. So my point is this, right? That was the point in me doing that. Okay. So me personally, I ain't got no issue with nobody. Not for that. But I just wanted to point out a couple of things that stood out to me in that conversation. And people can respond to this if they want to. I won't take it no way, right? So number one, you can listen to the first one, and when I'm gonna say stands, these videos are on my channel, they ain't going nowhere. You listen to SBE part 1, and you listen to SBE part 2. My stance hasn't changed. Okay, my stance hasn't changed on nothing. When me and BGS spoke on, Wednesday night, he said, well, if these guys don't want to listen, they can go do this and do that and blah, 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 blah. That was pretty much my position on the first one. So now BGS is saying that. He didn't say that on the first stream. If you don't believe me, you can go play it. No, he said he wanted to run the experiment. He wanted to run the experiment. Running the experiment is not the same as, oh, they won't listen to me, so, I'm going to have panels and create a channel with women on it so you guys can talk to women and try to do this shit. And when it doesn't work, then I can say, see, it doesn't work. So the space has to accommodate this. The space for men who are supposed to be red pill. I want to start off I already started off, so let me stop saying that. But this is a red pill space, or at least it's supposed to be. If it's not a red pill space, somebody tell me. And this is what I said during the conversation. So let's read what Jay Shabazz says. He says, I'm not trolling. I think he answers the question. You're alone. The table was to let the men who think they can do better go and try. So why does the table have to be in the space, in the red pill space, Jay Shabazz? The table was to test the SYSBM and red pill. What do you mean test the red pill? That shit don't even make sense. Test the red pill? So you have to test female nature. The female nature that we have documented proof and research and, for forever. This needs to be tested. You need to see that. If you need to touch fire to know that it's hot, I'm not going to light up the stove for you. You go on your own time. Me personally, and I want people to understand that this is a red pill channel. This is a red pill channel. If this ain't a red pill space, right? If this ain't a red pill space, if the black manosphere isn't a red pill space, I want to let it be known. This is a red pill channel. Now, motherfuckers could argue about what red pill means. We know what it means. Okay? All this shit came out of MGTOW, men going their own way. And BGS said he was a MGTOW. How the fuck do you go your own way negotiating? How do you go your own way negotiating? Those two things don't go together. Facilitating a negotiation does not, constitute as red pill or constitute as men going their own way. SYSBM ain't shit, but the black version of MGTOW, even though MGTOW was black first and it got fucking hijacked, so we had to do SYSBM. Okay? No, MGTOW started off with us. Wanna be mystic. Okay? So what I'm saying to y'all is MGTOW, men going their own way, or save yourself, black man, essentially means the same thing. Save yourself, not the community, yourself. Men going their own way meant fuck this societal, social, obligational shit. Go your own way. Red pill is the awareness of reality as it is. Included under the umbrella of red pill is female nature. Okay? It's female nature under that umbrella. So no, the red pill isn't just about relationships, but the reality of relationships and the reality of human nature, and in these conversations, female nature, that's red pill. It's the real world. Now, people can make as much videos as they want challenging what I'm saying. Okay? They can challenge what I'm saying if they want to. You know what I mean? Now you said it's not the same. There are a lot of overlapping sentiments there. It's a lot of overlapping sentiments. You know what I'm saying? It's not the exact same thing, but there are a lot of similarities. The basis of SYSBM, save yourself, black man. Part of that ideology is to walk away from what you're being told to do by society or culture. The same thing goes for MGTOW. They're similar in that fashion. Okay? They're similar in that fashion. I didn't say they were exactly alike back to back, but they're similar in that fashion. Christoph. Okay? So that's what we're talking about. If you're a man going your own way, or if you're saving yourself as a black man, you can disagree. That's fine. You can disagree. But if you're saving yourself, because I'd like somebody to explain me the difference. If I said what I just said, right? Tell me what part of that doesn't make sense. Saving yourself as opposed to saving your community versus going your own way. GOW. What's the difference? What's the difference? But Shaka, we agree more than we disagree. So let's not get stuck there. Right? So at the end of the day, let's move on, right? Let's move on. Well, what I'm saying is, you said save yourself for other pussy. I think it's bigger than that. That's just my opinion. Now, whoever wrote the tenets, that's great. But when I hear save yourself, to me, it's deeper than just, get a non-black woman. Because you can get a non-black woman and still fuck up here. You can still fuck up here. I think that SYSBM is bigger than just simply being a black male divester. It's more than that. Again, feel free to disagree. It's fine with me. The subtle art of not giving a fuck means it's not that big of a deal to me. We can disagree. Shaka, I fucks with you. Even if we disagree, it doesn't matter. I fucks with you. And that's another thing that motherfuckers need to learn to do is civilly disagree. Okay, back to this stream we had, right? Like I said, this is a red pill space, and I asked. Thank you, D-Hive. He says SYSBM isn't divesting at all. It just means do what's best for you. Even if that is divesting. Even that includes divesting. If it includes divesting or if it doesn't, just do what's best for you. I think it's a self-interested phrase. Self-interested, right? Now that's cool, shot. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? I feel you. You know, SYSBM isn't just about dating; it's about building a foundation. Yeah, it's all. You know, I think the phrase can be multifaceted, but at any rate, red pill space. Now, it was argued that you could be red pill aware, but move blue pill. Hey, that's cool. We call that purple pill, right? That's what we call it. When you're aware of the reality, but in practice you don't move in according to that awareness. Okay, I think it's crazy, but I'm allowed to think that, and those people are allowed to ignore what they know and what they learn and go the other way. Just understand that the choices that come with that belong to you. That's all. And I've said it in the first stream. If a motherfucker takes the knowledge that he gains in this space or any other, and he goes and becomes one of those statistics that we talk about all the time, if I find it funny, I'm going to laugh, but I'm not going to hold his hand to lead him that wrong way. So then I could say, see, I told you it wouldn't work, when we have told you how often it doesn't work. And for decades, it doesn't work. Those who don't take this information and apply it in practical real life are not the responsibility of the space. Now, if you want to do that on your channel, that's fine. But don't say, oh, the foundation of this space was built on helping people see, or taking them to a table that we know is not going to work, or building a table, or inviting women to the table that is not going to be any negotiations happening. That doesn't, Now, the other thing is, BGS said on this show, he said, I tell them it's not going to work. It's not going to work. But then he put out a video not too long ago, it says mission accomplished. And he clipped Obsidian saying that him and Obsidian, say they're not, they're guilty as charged, trying to bring women back to the table. Guilty as charged, right? So just in case motherfuckers think I'm bullshitting, let's do this. Hold on. Let's do this. Hold on. I'm going to share my screen with y'all. Oh, I don't have it. So you know what? I'm going to play it on my phone because I think it's on my phone. So basically, what I'm saying is that was a statement that was made on a video that he did, right?
Have a discussion about the table. Bring women back to the table to have a discussion about male-female relationships was and is part of the mission. Always was. Gideon said it. And as he said, as I said, that mission that we...
As he said, and as I said on the stream, he said, no, that was Obsidian's mission. Wasn't my mission. It's Obsidian's mission. I said, didn't you say it was y'all mission? No, it was Obsidian. Go back and play it.
That mission that we set out, as we set it out, was accomplished. I don't care what people say. I don't care what questions they bring up.
And he said the mission was accomplished. The same one he said wouldn't work. He said the mission is accomplished. He said on Wednesday, I told these niggas it wouldn't work. How the shit that didn't work or wouldn't work is mission accomplished? I'm just curious. And I'm still responding to this, but then again, this is me and BGS. We've been doing this forever. We have a funny kind of relationship. This ain't like when the other niggas attack them. This is, BGS for years, right, has been giving us the information that we need. The realities, the history. You know what I'm saying? So anybody saying that BGS is not important to this space, I disagree. BGS has put in work. This is the only thing we disagree on. Well, no, it's not. The other topic would be Pearl, which I will be getting to in a minute. This is the only thing we disagree on. Right? I did a poll. Hey, salty balls, man. What's going on, brother? All right. So I appreciate that. And what I want y'all to do is check out Salty Balls channel, Machismo TV, youtube.com, Machismo TV. See, I got your banner ready, brother, for whenever you pop up, man. youtube.com, Machismo TV. Check them out. Get them numbers up, get them likes up. Do me that favor for my man Salty Balls, man. I appreciate you for that, Salty Balls, man. Pause. So either say, be honest, the majority of the space is blue pill, like you saying earlier. See, this is the thing, right? Whether or not that's true, I'm going to show y'all something, man. And, people may or may not feel this. I don't care. Subtle art, not giving a fuck, right? So I did a poll because during the conversation, BGS said 80% of the audience wants to talk about negotiations. That's what he said. And I said, everywhere I go, I'm in the chats and I see a different sentiment being pushed, including his own videos, right? So I said, did you take a poll? He said, no. It's his gut feeling that it's 80%. So he came up with a number based on a gut feeling. So let me show you what I did, right? So I said, you know what? Fuck it, right? Fuck it. I'm going to take my own poll. So check this out. I did my own poll. Okay? So this is how my poll came out, right? Now, I said, creators are speaking for the audience. I want the audience to speak. Save the community table negotiations or indifference SYSBM. Right? 255 votes. Now, I'm sure, we get thousands of views here. All I'm saying is, if the space is 80% save the community, this shit should at least be neck and neck. This shit should at least be neck and neck. or the other way. But this shit came out 94% indifference SYSBM. No, see, my audience comes from BGS. Understand, BGS, this channel is an extension of BGS and more. I say it all the time. And the guys who come at him come at me because they know that we're associated, right? This channel is a known extension of BGS and more because he promoted me when I came on. So a lot of the people who know of me and watch this channel came from BGS. It's just facts. This is something that he'll tell you. You know? So 80%, right? 80% of the audience. Listen, people could have gut feelings or whatever. Just post a poll. Post your own poll. Post your own poll. I asked the audience directly, what's your opinion? Don't tell me what you think they feel. Ask them how they feel. That's what I did. So I took a poll. Whether people want to discard it or not, it's up to them. Where's your counter? It's my gut feeling. Gut feeling ain't going to work. Gut feeling ain't going to work. It's just not going to work. Somebody said black pill is not nihilism. I disagree. I disagree. Right? That's fine, though. We ain't going to get into the debate about what pills are, and I don't give a fuck about that right now. But let me play this, right?
Mr. George, and the question on the table, the main question was whether black women would come back to the table. Both yours truly and BGS has been accused of making that argument that we want to have an actual conversation with black women. We stand guilty as charged.
They've been an actual conversation, not an experiment, an actual conversation. What are the results of this conversation? What are the results? Now, I'm not here to say what effects that the black manosphere has not had on society, because I think we've seen those. I think we've seen those. Right? But, you know, doing panels in this space, right? Doing panels in this space is not the thing that is pushing social change. Okay? So, again, when I do my content, I speak to men and I tell them information that they need, not only to not go crazy and look at themselves and be self-loathing, but to make better choices when they deal with women. For everybody that thinks women, these conversations about women are not important, we got too many motherfuckers that go out, get money, get education, become successful, and get ruined by the bitch they choose. I'm going to say this again. We got too many black men who go out and make something of themselves, and that shit gets ruined because they chose the wrong woman. So I think that these conversations are fucking valid to have. And if we got motherfuckers talking about us, then we gonna tell our side of the story, but that's fine. So shame doesn't work. They have a phrase, they know they don't care. I tend to agree. I tend to agree with that phrase. They know they don't care. So having conversations at an imaginary table or a virtual table, that shit don't mean nothing. I'm not setting a table, creating a table, none of that shit, so that I can show motherfuckers that we have enough information. Dr. T has showed us. BGS himself has shown us, and I asked him that night, I said, you've proven this shit yourself to be a fool's errand. Why take out the extra time to prove to someone in practicality that the shit that you're showing them is actually true? It doesn't make sense. This other conversation about, well, the environment is going to change and women change with the environment. Okay, let's say that's the truth. And I'm not debating that women change with the environment. But let me tell you something about your black woman. And I do say that with air quotes. Your black woman. Your black woman would do whatever she can and use whatever technology or anything else at her disposal to make sure she does not have to cooperate with your ass. She's going to make sure she does not have to cooperate with you. Motherfuckers waiting for winter. Right? Because Kevin said winter's coming. I asked, what self-respecting man? And this question did not get answered. Shabazz. This question did not get answered. What self-respecting man would want his own society to crumble for his women to become compliant? If niggas was telling me that they were waiting for the fall of the Dominican Republic or the fall of Colombia or the fall of Thailand so they can go there and take the women, okay. You're telling me you want the house you're in to burn down so that you can rescue the bitch from the fire so she can respect you. Mind you, you're going to get burned. Let me tell you what happens if society in America crumbles. You're the last on the list for any sort of aid, benefit, social service, all of that shit. When the ship sinks, right? It's women and children first. So you're saying you and a bitch in a boat, you gonna poke a hole in the boat so the ship could sink with your dumb ass in it, so that the bitch can feel like you saved her from the sinking boat, but you're in the boat. You're in the boat. What kind of self-respecting man, again, I didn't ask how many, because more than you think was the answer, which is a non-fucking sequitur. What kind of self-respecting man needs society to crumble? So what happens in this time period that society is not crumbling? That's question number one. What do you do while society is fully functional? You just wait with a dry ass dick? What do you do while society, is that your, because people say, well, passport brothers isn't a solution because everybody can't passport bro, but you're waiting for society to crumble. Motherfuckers waiting for Armageddon to get compliant bitches. This is the plan, right? So let me ask you, society crumblers, how do you plan to initiate this crumble other than fucking hoping it happens? It's like these bitches talking about down with the patriarchy. What kind of society crumbling, plan do you have? Are you going to crumble it? Are you hoping the white guys change the laws so that the bitches are on their knees and knuckles coming back to you? And what makes you think you the first choice? So this whole shit gotta explode. Please, God, crumble society so these bitches will cooperate with me. Nigga. Society crumbles. They take bitches and they feed them. Bitches and children, they feed them. They house them. They clothe them. Guess who's fucked up? You, nigga. You. If society is crumbling, nigga, you don't got the $40, nigga. You don't got the $40 if society crumbles. How the fuck do you become immune to this crumbled society, you dickhead? How? How do the rocks from the crumbled society not hit you in the fucking head? Now, if you want society to crumble for other reasons, okay. Because I've heard people say, oh, you know, society's already crumbling and down with capitalism and all this other crazy shit. But no, for the purpose of, yo, I want this shit to fall like Rome so these bitches will fall in line. That shit is pathetic. Pathetic. Marcus said it. Pathetic. Keep It 100 said it. Pathetic. It's pathetic, nigga. It's pathetic. I see you, Ruff. What's going on, bro? It's pathetic, man. It's pathetic. If that's the only way you can facilitate this cooperation, hey, man, we got to wait for this whole shit to fall apart. But nigga, you twiddle your thumbs and you wait for this shit to fall apart. While niggas we already have the answers. Date out, fly out, cash out, period. I've said it 1,000 times on 1,000 videos. Date out, fly out, and cash out. Choose one. Choose one. That's it. We already have the solution. Fuck this negotiation shit. Fuck waiting for the crumble of society. You want this shit to burn, and you trying to burn the club down with your dumb ass in it. And for the people who want me to stop talking about women, I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to start talking about niggas more often. Because my shit say anti-simp. To me, a nigga that needs the society to crumble, I don't know, man. And that ain't no red pill shit. Go your own way. SYSBM. Save yourself. You ain't going to have the $40. You ain't going to have it. And if you do got it, it ain't going to be worth it. Your 40 ain't going to be worth the paper it's printed on in a social crumble. You're going to have 2 pieces of paper with somebody's face on it that nobody gives a fuck about. The environment is going to change. Nigga, you ain't got the finger on the button to change the environment. You're not even the nigga that can do that. You gotta wait for it. You gotta wait for it, man. Tito, caveman niggas like me would be the only ones where hoes post Armageddon anyway. Right. Y'all hate Pookie now. And when Armageddon come, Pookie gonna have all the hoes, man. That nigga gonna be eating from all the shit that the government gonna give them bitches. Society crumbling. Well, when the environment change, nigga still waiting for winter. When winter come, everybody gonna have a coat but you. Now, this conversation that happens in these spaces does influence social change. It absolutely does. I don't deny the influence on pop culture of the manosphere, black manosphere, whatever. This shit ain't going away. It's not. It's not going away. That's not the same as me saying, if I ask for proof of a direct correlation with a bill, because we've been getting bills proposed for years before there was a manosphere. bills came through to the government and get proposed. You know, aside from the 50-50 custody shit, you know, mandatory DNA at birth, all of these types of things. A lot of things been getting, you know, or have been getting introduced. But don't make the correlation causation fallacy if you ain't got shit to back the shit up. And I'm not saying that I'm not a believer. I'm just a nigga that asks for proof. That's it. It's not this, those two things are not the same. Because that's its own fallacy to say that because I'm asking for evidence, that means I don't believe you. Right? Now, I already addressed my poll. And shout out to Tito because this is something we're going to talk about. BGS said he didn't take a poll, so I took my own. And people are going to tell me that my poll don't mean shit. But this is the stats and data place. You know, this is the stats and data section of the Black Manosphere. We do stats and data, right? Now, if you want to say your sample size ain't big enough, Marcus, at least I have one. Do your own poll. Do your own poll. But I hope that the people that voting in this poll are honest. And I hope the question that you ask them is honest. Give them a choice between negotiating, saving the community, and indifference, SYSBM. Do the exact same poll I did and see what happens. And hopefully these guys will be honest. Anybody who does this poll on their channel, if BGS does it, BGS, do the poll. He has a bigger channel than mine. So if BGS does the poll, somebody let me know. I'll go there and I'll answer honestly. And I want people to go over there and vote honestly. Do you want to save the community? Because I'll stand corrected. If a bunch of y'all say y'all want to save the community, then I'm in the wrong fucking place. If the Black Manosphere is about saving the community, I'm in the wrong place. And then I'll pull me a Dennis Sperling. I'll get the fuck out. No, Uncle D, don't leave. I'll get the fuck out. If this ain't the red pill space, show me the door. Show me the door. So now let's talk about just pearly things. Just pearly things. On one of my videos, me, Ed, and BGS had a discussion about Pearl. Pearl said that, BGS said that Pearl was a tool of the manosphere. So then we debating on this last stream about what the definition of a tool is. Right? And, you know, I heard a little bit. I ain't listened to BGS's whole stream after he jumped off mine. But they started talking about knives and forks as tools. Okay? When you use a knife and fork, they're in your control. You hold the knife and fork. The knife and fork doesn't have his own interests, his own agenda. The knife and fork are tools. They are things that you use to complete a task. They are fully in your control. And their purpose serves you directly. Right? Or whoever. Someone can use a tool for you. Right? But see, here's the contradiction. On one hand, I'm going to say a true statement. Pearl is not a creation of the Black Manosphere. I want to make that clear. I want to say that in this video so that people don't confuse me with saying that. She's not no, because they said it in the last video, oh, but we didn't create Pearl. I know that. I said it in my old shit. We didn't create Pearl. We didn't get her up there. We didn't do none of that shit. Period. All I'm saying is, if you're going to call her a tool, who's controlling her? Who's telling her what the fuck to say, where to go say it, who to say it to? That's from this space. Who from the Black manosphere is consulting Pearl? Please tell me. Last time I remember, she had a conversation with Obsidian and no one else. Who else has Pearl associated with this section? Understand what the Black manosphere is. The Black manosphere is not Fresh and Fit. The Black manosphere is not Abba and Preach. They're Black content creators. Some of them talk about relationships. That doesn't mean they're Black manosphere. Because they're Black guys. BGS on one of his stream quantified is about Black men and boys. I could play the clip that these guys jumped in my stream. You got Truth As I Know It and Complex Design jumped in toward the end of my stream and sent me a link where BGS was speaking, and he was talking about FD signifier. And that, I think, well, he said intersexual feminism won't save Black men and boys. That would say to me that Black men and boys are the objective, right? When has Black men and boys ever been the objective of fucking just pearly things? Well, you know, Marcus, if she's talking about general feminism, then that takes care of the 80% and we can handle the other 20. So Black men and boys is the 20 for the Black manosphere. For the Black manosphere, Black men, the agenda of Black men and boys is the 20%. Again, if this ain't the red pill space, kick my ass out of here. Kick my ass out of here. If this ain't red pill space. If this is the blue pill space, I'm sorry. It's like walking into the gay club and you see two niggas dancing. Oh shit, I'm in the wrong place. I'm in the wrong place. Let me get the fuck out of here. I'm sorry. I mean to interrupt y'all. So I'm going to play another clip. And I'm doing this because motherfuckers called me a liar on my stream. They called me a liar. If you go back to my channel around this Pearl fiasco, I took a break because that shit fucked with me. I'm like, man, I don't want to play a part in that shit. Kappa Phi Kappa. Pearl name ain't even in the title. I spoke on that shit. But Marcus, she's a tool. And I said, yo, you're pushing her. I said, it's a BGS. If she doesn't do what you're saying, you know, all this promotion of Pearl, if she doesn't do the things that you're saying, it remains to be seen whether anything is going to happen as a result of Pearl. And if nothing happens, because you're telling us to ignore her racist shit. Oh, because she's white, who cares? We care. This is the Black fucking manosphere. This is a bitch that's saying fuck reparations. This is a bitch that's saying slavery was exaggerated. Well, you got to ignore that because she's going to get shit done for Black men and boys. Is that her agenda? Did she say it? Did y'all have a conversation that we're not privy of? Because that's what a tool is. Bitch, here, read this, get on the mic, go say this in front of these people, get this shit done. Kim Kardashian was a tool of Kanye West when he sent her ass to fucking Trump's office to get some niggas out of jail. That's a fucking tool. But we don't like Ye, right? He's a sellout. Hold on. And I fucks with BGS, but this we do not agree. So for those that didn't make it to through all of the 6 hours of the long ass stream we had, talking about let's talk SBE part 2. Let's do this. I'll do you a fucking favor. All right. So let me pull up this and let me back this up. I'll do you a fucking favor. I'll save you some time. Because I don't give a fuck about views. Okay? So let me bring this back.
Okay. You don't like Pearly? How come you don't step up in the gate and start advocating for black men and boys like she pretends to do? I'm not saying that
Wait.
100% behind it. I don't know. I don't care. And start advocating for black men and boys like she pretends to do. I'm not saying that she was even 100% behind it. I don't know. I don't care.
When did she ever pretend to advocate for black women and boys? Meant to say men.
That's what it sounded like.
See, these are the questions I'm asking, bro.
Well, okay. So I mean, that's not the quote, but I'm just. So these guys, Complex Design and Truth As I Know It, they came to the stream and they said, he said that Pearl is going to save black men and boys. So I wanted to hear him say it. If you say somebody says something, I want to hear them say it, or I don't believe that they said it, or I can't believe that they said it. I need proof. Just like I asked BGS for proof, I asked these niggas for proof, because that's how I fucking roll. I'm still waiting for a link of him saying that, but he said something else. He didn't say that, but he said something else. Let's bring it back.
Okay. You don't like Pearly? How come you don't step up in the gate and start advocating for black men and boys like she pretends to do?
He was about to say, like she do. That's what he was about to say. He corrected himself. He said, like she pretend to do. She's never done either. She's never done either. This is his fucking voice. So don't tell me I'm lying, you fucking cock. He didn't say it though. Look, hold on. He didn't say it though. He said like she pretends to do. She's never pretended to advocate for us, neither. Black men and boys has never, even lightweight, been a topic for just Pearly things. Never. Prove me wrong. If you don't like Pearl, then why don't you advocate for black men and boys like she pretends to? That's the quote. That's the quote. I know what he didn't say, but I know what he did say. That's the quote. Oh, I don't know. Like she pretends to. I don't know. Maybe she does. And for motherfuckers on the other side of the line, don't tell me that I don't hold shit to account, because I do. Don't love me today, then hate me tomorrow when I got the bitches as a topic of discussion. Oh my God. But when I start talking, all y'all do is troll Lakeisha's. I'm equal opportunity. I'm equal opportunity. Okay.
I'm not saying that
Wait.
100% behind it. I don't know. I don't care. When they start advocating for black men and boys like she pretended to do. I'm not saying that she was even 100% behind it. I don't know. I don't care.
When did she ever pretend to advocate for black women and boys? Black men and boys.
That's what it sounded like.
See, these are the questions I'm asking, bro.
Well, okay. So I mean, that's not the quote, but I'm just
saying, like, that's why I'm like, you got to kind of dig through all of this. This is the central theme of the live stream. Yeah.
No, that sounded like what he said, though, right? When did she?
He said that she pretended to advocate for black men,
and boys.
That's
Okay,
what that's what he said. Again, it's not the talking point
well,
that we're looking for, but it's interesting nonetheless. It's interesting nonetheless. Listen, man, let me say something, y'all. I fucks with BGS. You can't defend against that shit. Fuck out of here. Knock it off. BGS will see this. BGS, I fucks with you. You know this. But this is where we disagree. This is where we fucking disagree. She ain't never pretend to do shit. Stop selling this bitch like she's some fake ass, half-ass advocate. She's never been that for anything black, grown or otherwise. She advocates against black interests when she speaks on anything black at all. She's a fucking conservative, and anything that refers to black men or boys in her eyes is a liberal talking point. I keep telling y'all motherfuckers. Black men and boys is a liberal talking point to a just pearly things conservative ass. But she's white, so this overlooked that. You know who's a tool, in my opinion, is Dr. T.S.R. Johnson. Put more emphasis on that man. Push that guy, not the fucking stringy, white bitch. Ain't no fucking tool. You ain't never wield that, hold that, have control of that, consult that. Who's the black creator that calls on speed dial like, hey, man, who y'all need me to talk to? Y'all want me to go to Capitol Hill for y'all? Y'all want me to bring this agenda to the politicians? She said out her own fucking mouth, she's not doing none of that. She's just here to create content. There was a part of the conversation. Shout out to Ian Grazer talking about the Trojan horse. Wasn't the Trojans the ones that built that motherfucker? Wasn't the Trojans inside the motherfucker? So who built Pearl? Because we say it wasn't us. So if you're going to call a motherfucker a Trojan horse, watch out, because it's a slippery slope. It's a slippery slope. So now let's talk about the conversations that happen between the generations here. Okay? It seems as though to me that a lot of this save the community shit is the conversation of the older generation. Your older Gen Xers and your baby boomers are the ones who push this conversation forward. It ain't a bunch of 19, 20-year-old niggas talking about they want to save community. No, they don't give a fuck about this. And the ones who tune into us will tell you, yo, I ain't trying to save shit. So when you tell me that you got guys telling you, yo, we won a negotiation, tell me how old they are. Because it sounds like some old head shit. It sounds like some old head shit. He said, dude literally said he didn't know. But you trying to straw man. Do you want me to play the shit again? You don't like Pearl, but are you going to advocate for black men and boys like she's pretending to do? How you going to say that and then be like, well, I don't know. Maybe she is. Maybe she isn't. But I'm going to beat up the fool that told me them lies. Straw man, do you want to hear the shit again? Let's move forward. The generation gap. These are old nigga, old bitch arguments. All this, let's meet at the table. Okay, we gonna meet y'all at the table. Show me where this happens in the 20-year-old demographic. The early 30s demographic. Show me the young bad bitch with the bouncing titties and the perfectly shaped ass without a fucking stretch mark on it, talking about she want to come to a table. They ain't negotiating. These young motherfuckers is out of here. Out of here. If they not a fodder or a byproduct of their mother teaching them how to be the next generation of simps. There's no negotiating table for these young niggas. This is an irrelevant old head conversation. Facts. Show me a bunch of 25-year-old niggas talking, we need to bring back women back. Fuck out of here. This shit got to be said, man. This shit got to be said, man. So earlier I touched on this. I'm going to say this. Niggas are too reactionary instead of proactive. Waiting for laws to change. Waiting for social change. To get cooperation. Yo. What self-respecting man waits for this? And who wants that type of person? Do you want the chick? Do you want the chick that, the world had to fall apart before she fucked with you? Nigga, you the last choice. We make fun of Boyce Watkins. That bitch, whole world fell apart before she married that motherfucker. And what we call him Moist Twatkins, right? We call him Moist Twatkins. That nigga waited for a bitch Armageddon to get her. Is that what this is? This is the space? This is the space? I hope the bitch ain't got enough money for tampons because she so fucking destitute. And she come fuck with the ace. You ain't worth no $100. That's what we want to be. We want to be twat. Nigga. Let me tell you something, man. Me as a 60, 70-year-old motherfucker, I said this earlier today when I was out in the desert. I don't give a fuck. I'm sitting in a wheelchair and I got a young bitch in a underwear, topless, cooking my shit, feeding me, whatever. And she walked by and my dick don't work and I slap her ass every once in a while. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Come on, man. And I'm of this space, man. My number's dropping. I don't give a fuck. If you ain't fucking with me, if you don't fuck with the truth, then fuck it. This is a red pill channel. I'll speak for me. I ain't gonna speak for the space no more. I'm gonna speak for me. This is red pill here. Red pill does what the fuck it wants, thinks how it wants, whatever. And this thing, you can't afford the passport, bro. Well, niggas ain't plantation broing successfully. How you gonna say, motherfucker, oh, my God. It caused everybody can't passport, bro, Marcus. And that's even if you want a passport, bro. I've said it here. I said, yo, man, if you want to get married, you want to have a family and shit, don't do that shit here. Now, if you want to do that shit here, move carefully because we got all the information. We got all the information. If you ignore the information and you move, like we talk about the nature of fire. Remember that part of the conversation? Ignore fire, deal with fire in a fucked up manner, your ass gonna get burned. Well, if you change the environment of fire, Marcus, can you change the environment? Maybe a fire, but you can't change the environment of black women. You don't run the environment. The first stream I asked, what leverage does the black man have to force black women into submission? Zero. You don't run this environment. You can't change it. In terms of passport broing, if it costs too much, shit, it costs more here. You got motherfuckers saving up money to get the fuck out of here because passport broing is cheaper. It's cheaper to passport bro. It's expensive to plantation bro. Nigga, it's expensive. For the nigga, at least for the niggas talking about it. I mean, listen, I don't want niggas to get it confused. I'm not over here, because Mr. Truth, as I know, pulled up a video talking about, here he is talking about, paying for pussy in the marriage or paying for pussy. Nigga, I don't pay for pussy. I'll get bitches on here that'll tell you they done took me out on dates and spent real fucking bread. But that's not what this conversation is about, because I just want to make that fucking clear. I just want to make that clear. But nigga, if you can't afford the passport, bro, you can't afford to plantation, bro. The fuck, man? You better figure something out, because waiting for the environment to change, that shit ain't no plan. That is hope is not a strategy. That is hopium, nigga. Hope ain't a strategy. I hope this whole shit fall apart with me in it. This is logical, rational, intelligent shit. I was having a conversation with my people yesterday. We was talking about the amount of money, and I want people to Google this shit. The amount of money that niggas spend on dates here. The amount of money that niggas spend on dates in North America. Niggas could buy a goddamn house with the amount of money they spend trying to get bitches, trying to get pussy. The same white man motherfuckers always talking about what he say. He said, chase money, don't chase women, because you'll never lose women chasing money. The women come with the money. They don't come with the bitches. Now, this is going to sound like I'm saying skills and resources, but nah, goddamn it. I'm telling you, chase money for you. Put yourself in a position where you're good, right? So the niggas say, yo, never talk about skills and resources. Most of the guys here that I'm in contact with doing very well. Because we're grifting, right? You can't grift broke niggas. Can't do it. You can't grift broke niggas, right? But even your niggas at the top of the food chain is going through it with bitches. All I'm saying is, while you're going through this shit, get your money up so you get the fuck out of here. Because if you're saying if I can't passport, bro, you can't plantation, bro, either. Hopium, right? Taking bitches out on dates, hoping they fuck you, hoping they like you. Hopium, nigga.
Hopium. Oh, it's definitely, Shaka, it's definitely okay to say skills and resources, but skills and resources ain't the shit behind this. We know that Western women are out of fucking order. They out of order with niggas at every income level. What I'm saying is skills and resources ain't going to get your bitches necessarily, but it may get you the fuck out of here. If your issue is you can't passport, bro, or you can't date out, cash out, or fly out. If you can't do one of those three things, you got a different problem. Now, if you got your skills and resources together and you're still having these issues, right? That means you're trying to do some shit here. You're waiting for the environment to change or one of these other things. You want to negotiate and all of that shit because there's a lot of motherfuckers that got their shit together and they're trying to do one of these other things. They're ignoring the nature of fire and getting burned. But if you change the environment, no, the environment doesn't fucking matter. You don't control it. The nature of fire doesn't change. You have to change your approach. You say, well, you can use fire. Absolutely. In accordance with its fucking nature. If you got a wooden house, your house all wood, and you start a fire in there to keep yourself warm, guess what? Guess what happens? I want to use this fire, Marcus. I'm going to light it in my wooden house to keep warm. Well, guess what the fuck fire does to wood? You changed the environment. You brought it inside wood. The nature of fire doesn't change. I'm here to tell motherfuckers, at least this is what my platform does. This is what this channel does, is it tells motherfuckers who are, you know, somehow oblivious or in denial. If you're in denial, look, listen or not, go bump your head, bust that shit wide open to the white meat. I don't give a fuck. But for the guys who are here, not only for the information, for whatever entertainment, I crack jokes, act silly, whatever the fuck. The nature of fire never changes. The only thing that changes in is the manner that you handle fire, deal with fire, and attempt to use it in accordance with its fucking nature. That's just rational, logical, and intelligent. The last thing by the way, I just want to say this. Niggas, stop spending your life away on bitches. I see you, Rob. What's going on? Stop spending your life away on bitches. Put your money into something else. Stop making bitches the center of your fucking existence. Do something else with your money. Niggas out here feel incomplete without a bitch. Don't get it twisted. I like pussy more than the next man. Not as much, more than the next man. Oh, my niggas will tell you. But one thing I won't do is sell my soul, my motherfucking self-respect, etc. for these bitches. Got it or not. It ain't tricking if you got it. I don't give a fuck what you have. If you are not whole when you walk in the room, you got work to do. The subtle art of not giving a fuck is attractive to women. You gotta not give a fuck. I'm not here to put no negotiations, no tables, none of that shit. Not giving a fuck how many miles your job was from your house made the Alabama bus motherfuckers let niggas sit in the front. Whatever boycott you think about, motherfucker said, fuck that shit. We're walking away. Oh, shit. Damn. We're losing. We sorry. Can you please come back? These motherfuckers, we on strike, nigga. We going that way. Going your own way. Saving yourself. Whatever fuck term niggas want to use, go that way. You don't get them to change the rules at the diner by patronizing the diner, by enabling the diner, and all that shit. You say, fuck the diner. And you go eat somewhere else. Because you got to eat. So you go eat somewhere else. You got to not give a fuck. And yeah, there's a book by the same name. Nonchalance, indifference, the ability to walk away indicates strength. Strength. So when these guys say you are negotiating from a position of weakness, this is a phrase that they say, not me. I didn't make up that phrase. They say, they know they don't care. What does they don't care imply? It implies indifference. There's no other definition for indifference. We don't remix words here. Indifference means you don't give a fuck. And the party who gives less fucks is the party that tends to win. Motherfuckers who know me in real life, they know. My friends will tell you. My brother will tell you. Girls will tell you. That nigga don't give a fuck. I be hearing through the grapevine that somebody told somebody else that knows somebody that knows somebody. That nigga Marcus don't be giving a fuck. I am unpressed. I am unbothered. You put that energy out there, you'll be amazed at what happens. All this baby, please shout out to Obsidian, who we agree or we disagree sometimes, you know, ideologies. He played a long list of R&B records of motherfuckers begging and pleading. Then he played a long list of bitches saying, what can you do for me? Got to have a J-O-B if you want to be with me. The first time I heard somebody speak these things, Eddie Murphy Raw. Eddie Murphy Raw was my introduction to the red pill. You got to act like you're the prize. The nigga that's begging and pleading and negotiating comes off weak. You got to assume the sale. This ain't shit I'm making up, man. You go to the car dealership dying to buy anything. You're weak. They're going to get you. They going to get you. Oh, this nigga's a sucker. Them bitches see you coming. I've been saying this on my channel forever. For niggas that have been following me from day one, you know, the niggas that don't dismiss me because, you know, of my associations. The motherfuckers who really listen, have been listening, scroll through my shit, man. And if you can get past your simp soul burning that I'm talking about women, you'll realize that I've been telling men to be self-interested since I've been on YouTube. Be a fucking man. Don't be pathetic. I don't shame bitches. I troll them. I make fun of them. And I don't give a fuck what you think about it. I don't care. Morgan be talking about bitches. Absolutely. Cause that shit be funny. Bitch look like a hot bag of garbage talking about she too good to go to the Cheesecake Factory. Skid or not, that shit funny. Skid or not, that shit funny. Oh, this shit that women do on the internet is funny as shit. Jada Pinkett, funny as shit. It's all funny as shit. I'ma laugh at them bitches and I'ma laugh at them niggas falling at their feet. Your Will Smiths and all of them niggas, all this shit funny as fuck. What's up, Art? He said, sucker for love, Rick James and Tina Marina. Wookin' Pana in all the wrong places. Wookin' Pana. Niggas is wookin' Pana. Check this out, man. If you want to negotiate, that's cool. You trip, fall, split your head to the white meat. I'ma laugh. Don't get mad with me laughing. Are you not entertained? Absolutely. I'll laugh. Ty City said, Marcus, you're being hard-headed. Okay. Ty, I'm going to stop being hard-headed. I want niggas to let me know. Is this the red pill space or is BGS incorrect? Is he trying to make it a blue pill? Is BGS trying to hijack the shit for a blue pill, or is this blue pill and I'm in the wrong motherfucker? It's either one or the other. Is this red pill space being hijacked, or is it indeed a foundationally blue pill space and I done walked in the women's bathroom? Somebody tell me. But regardless of what, this is a red pill channel. This is a red pill channel. Red as fuck. My channel red pill fuck. Red pill fuck, nigga. Fuck, nigga. Red pill fuck. This shit red pill fuck. Don't get it twisted. We talk about bitches here. We laugh at bitches here. And we laugh at simp niggas here trying to negotiate and repair and reform and reform. Remix. Reinvent. Rehabilitate. Let me know if I'm in the wrong place. I know that most niggas are blue pill. I'm talking about the space. Don't tell me what most men are. Most men ain't in the space. Tell me what most men in the space are. Or at least what the message here is. What the message we're supposed to be pushing out is. Because if we're negotiating, we're trying to build the community and put, do the family thing. And no, that's blue pill. That's blue pill shit. You ain't got to be single to be red pill. But it just makes sense that you move in accordance to the information and in the awareness. It just makes sense. If you don't, that's cool too. You do what the fuck you want, but you own your outcomes. You own your outcomes. Motherfucker married a woman, put all this shit in his mama name. That's a red pill motherfucker. He said, hey, I'm going to get married because I want to get married, but put all my shit in my mama name. And that's okay. Put all the shit in mama name. That is moving in accordance to the nature of fire. He didn't get burned. He didn't get burned. And last but not least, conversation about Future versus Russell, just remember, Future always gets first dibs and Russ gets the leftovers. The Russells get the leftovers. The Futures get the first dibs. And I'm not saying this because I'm a fan of Future or that, promoting Future or nothing like that. But I have eyes and ears and a brain. Period. That's just the reality of what this is. Because I'm red pill. Whatever acronyms you want to put behind that, your SYSBMs, your MGTOWs, your this, your that, whatever the fuck comes tomorrow that they make up. The foundation, red fucking pill. Red pill. And if anybody defines red pill as anything other than accepting reality as it is and not how you would like it to be, anybody that defines it differently from that is lying to you. At any rate, I appreciate y'all for fucking with me. Is Tito still in the building? We're the fuckers, General Tito. Me and Tito, you know what? I'm going to do this in a separate stream. Me and Tito going to talk about that poll. If you have not voted on my community tab, go there and vote. Right now we at 200 and whatever votes. Let me know if it's SYSBM indifference or if it's save the community negotiations. If I'm in the wrong fucking place, let me know. I need to know how red these pills are. At any rate, keep it 100. Settle law to not giving a fuck. Stop giving a fuck. Because nobody gives a fuck. Anyway, 100. I'm out of here. Peace.